Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Listen, I'm not trying to make Germany look good or bad. It's not the best country to stay in. Likewise, it's not the worst country to live in. But the amount of refugees entering and going out of Germany, it's worth someone speaking. Because a lot of people left their countries not knowing, thinking that Germany is a safe haven, and when they came here, 1 year, 2 years, they realize they are lost. And they start moving from countries to countries. Which brings us to today's video. 3 things that can get you deported. These 3 things you must not do them or you risk deportation. Germany is a law-binding country, okay, and they respect their laws a lot. They don't joke with their laws. I've witnessed a lot of deportation from Germany. And you know, sometimes when these people get home or to another country, they will say they are being deported, but they don't give the actual reasons why they were deported. Okay, before you are being deported in Germany, they must have informed you. They don't just deport like that. They inform people before they deport them. And to be honest, it's not an insult, but you must also not be thinking right to allow the police come right to your doorstep and pick you and deport you when you already know what to do, because they send you a letter before they deport you. You must know. People know before they deport them. They don't just pick people like that and deport them. They will tell them. But because of stubbornness and stupidity, sometimes they get deported. But if you don't want to be deported, you know what to do. When you are in Germany, there are so many things you can do to avoid deportation. So without not wasting much time, these 3 things which I'm going to mention to you are very, very common here, and most people are being deported because of this. So I'm just going to mention them because a lot of people that have witnessed here are being deported under one of these reasons, which is very common and which can be avoided as well. Guys, the first one is false documentation. False documentation. This is very, very bad, especially if the government already has the real copy, the legit copy. If they already have the legit copy, or if they know where to get the legit copy, and you submit a false documentation to them, this one is it. You risk deportation. Let me tell you something, a story. Okay, I know of one guy, which I'm gonna put one document that have been sent to the guy right away. It's a Nigerian guy. He has lived in Germany for 10 years and he has been living with a temporary resident permit while in Germany. And when it was time for him to get a permanent resident permit, you know, there are some regularities you have to complete to get a permanent resident permit. One is which I'm not going to talk about it because it's not the topic of today. One is B1 certificate. That's the language course certificate. Okay, you must achieve it. So this guy, oh my god, it's very rainy, it's very windy here, and it's raining also. So I'm just gonna look for a place right now. So sorry, this guy took his certificate, forged a certificate. I don't know who gave him that kind of idea, but he forged a certificate and submitted it to the BANF, that's to the immigration center. How can you do something like that? What were you thinking? And you know, BANF require 2 certificates. The first certificate is the B1 certificate, and the second one is living in Deutschland. That's the living in Deutschland. You must have 2 certificates to apply for permanent resident permit or a passport. So you must remember, the first one is living in Deutschland, and the second one is the B1 certificate. Combine these two, you can apply now for your permanent resident permit. You also need these same certificates to apply for a passport. So since this guy has been living for that number of years, he was eligible already to apply. I don't know why he didn't go and do the course, or maybe do something, but he had to pay someone, I don't know, one of his brother. They forged a certificate and they submitted the certificate to the BANF, to the authority, that's the German government, the immigration center. And when they verified, the certificate was not legit. So right now it's under a certain law here in Germany. He risks deportation and his document cannot be extended anymore. It means that he has lost his status. He has lost, living 10 years in Germany, he has lost his temporary resident permit, which will never be extended, and he has also lost his permanent resident permit. So he was supposed to have the permanent resident permit, he lost it. He lost his temporary and lost everything. So now he is now sans papier. doesn't have any document, and he risks deportation right now. He's at the verge of being deported back to Nigeria while living here for 10 years, over 10 years. So these are the problems. We have seen these cases a lot here. I also know of one Afghanistan who was even deported. The guy who was really bad, he was deported. He forged every document, and knowing fully well that banks will verify this document. These are documents that are here. You cannot forge documents that are here in Germany. They are already here. They are existing here. They know a place. They know where they can go and verify them. You cannot forge these documents. When you forge this document, they get to know it. They have a certain law which say that you supposed to be deported back to your country. So this guy right now, the Afghanistan guy was deported. This other guy now, he risks deportation. But if I were him, because he has to move out of Germany, because right now it's really worse. The condition is worse, and we have been these cases have been happening all over Germany. So these are things you must avoid if you are living in Deutschland, or if you are planning to come here in Germany, so that you do not find yourself in that kind of situation. And you know, that kind of problem here in Germany, even if you don't get deported, maybe if you fight it with a very good lawyer, it doesn't finish. It doesn't end. The problem doesn't end. It will follow you till even up to your kids. So these kind of problems are very bad. Don't do it. You have a second one, okay? They call it public nuisance, or rather public disorder. Yeah. Listen, I made a video last time of a Kenyan who we interviewed, a Kenyan guy we interviewed that was deported back to Kenya. Okay, public nuisance. Generally, a lot of Gambians have been deported because of public nuisance, public disorder. You know, fighting on the street, smoking something, smoking shit, and you know, stealing, those kind of stupid crimes. Okay, you know, like disturbing people's peace, shouting always, and the police will always come, stealing the train, stealing bus. And when you have this kind of problems compile a lot, okay, you might go to jail, especially for fighting and stealing, stuff like that. And when you go to jail, they're gonna hello. So sometimes when you go to jail, sometimes the police are gonna tell you, okay, don't do this again. One time, I mean, like one time, 2 times, and when you keep on doing it, okay, you go to jail. Okay, it's not only gonna be a fine. They might fine you. They will fine you. On after that, they might send you to jail. When they send you to jail 1 time, 2 times, they will tell you. They will write you and tell you that they will deport you if you don't stop. So they will send you back to your country. They will always tell you. And if you do not stop, if you continue doing it, smoking shit on the street, especially smoking shit on the street, disturbing girls on the street, maybe trying to do something bad, or trying to, you know, do something to a girl, or you know, those kind of stuff. So those are very bad. Those are very bad things here. So sometimes when you go to jail 2 times, you can go to jail again number 3 times, and when you are leaving back 3 times, you're not going back. You're going back to your country. This does happen here a lot, and I even have somebody who has gone to jail now. Maybe I'll bring him next time, next video in the camera, so I can explain to you guys very well. So if you do it like 2-3 times, if you go to jail like 2-3 times, the 3rd time you might not leave. You might just leave the jail and go to your country. So that's how it works here. So you have to be very, very careful with this one, public nuisance. But I know people can control this one. People can really control public nuisance, public disorder. Yeah, because some people, many of us were not trained to be disturbing people's peace, you know. Asylum rejection is the 3rd, okay. If your asylum have been rejected, we have 2 types, okay. We have 2 types. What I'm going to tell you now is also very important. Please listen to the full video. When your asylum has been rejected, they might ask you to leave the country. When they ask you to leave the country, we call it in French libérer le territoire. When they ask you to leave the country, they give you a certain time to leave the country. And when you do not leave the country within that certain time, they will come for you. They will come for you. So this is very, let me explain this to you very well so you can understand. If you come to this country by flight and you have given your passport to them while you were seeking asylum, okay, they will hold your passport. They will not give it back to you. Know that. And when they reject the asylum and they ask you to leave, don't think that they are giving you that passport. They will keep the passport and they are asking you to leave. Okay. Normally, they are supposed to give your passport and say, okay, you want to leave. But they want you to take the passport and leave. So you have to tell them, yes, I'm leaving. Give my passport. They'll put you inside the plane and see you leaving. So when they ask you to leave during that time, after 30 days, and you do not leave, you don't leave, they will come by 2. This is their normal time where they come and take you for deportation. 2 a.m. They come between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. When they come by that time, they already have a special key. Those their key, they open every doors. Their keys will open every door. So if you are living in an asylum camp, they contact the asylum people, the housemaster there in the asylum camp, to give them the key of your room. You will just be sleeping and you will see people just standing up and with chair and ask you to stand up. As you are like that, you are leaving. You are not packing your things. You are leaving. As you are like that, you are leaving. Then if you stay in an apartment, when they come there, they just open the door with their original key which they have. They have a master key. They open the door and they just ask you to leave, to follow them. And when they do like that, know they have already buy your flight ticket and everything prepared for you. That one is very bad. It means that one, they are taking you back to your country. That one is very bad, because that's why sometimes we say don't give your passport. If you come here through flight, don't give them your passport, because sorry to say this, but you know what to do, man. You know what to do. I'm not gonna say it here. I'm not gonna say anything here, but I'm just saying it because every refugee also has a right. You know, some people leave their country because they have a lot of problems. Okay, we have seen these problems all over the world. I've seen many problems. I myself have experienced a lot of problems. Sometimes you tell people, but they don't understand. Then the second part of this same deportation is when you seek asylum. Okay, let's say you came into Europe, but you did not come to Germany direct. You came, maybe you say let's say you came through Italy or Spain or through Greece, somewhere like that. Okay, and you have seek asylum already there, which is called Dublin. It means if you seek asylum there, you are not supposed to come again and seek here. Okay, but a lot of people here do that. They still seek, because these countries will take very long time to reply Germany. If Germany asks them, maybe let's say 500 names, they might reply only 20. They might just give Germany only 20 names, not even up to. If Germany asks them 1 million names, they might give Germany 40 names. Okay, because these countries don't also want charge on their head. They don't want to, because they know that when they send you back to them, they are the one that are gonna, most refugees, some will not work, some will not find job, those kind of stuff. So they will be the one to be giving you money, and they do not want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So when Germany asks you to leave somebody like this, okay, and you do not leave, somebody will already have Dublin. Okay, I want you to really understand this. Let's say Germany has asked Greece, you came through Greece. Germany has asked Greece now to give the names, and of maybe 500 people, Greece sent only 20. Now you are within these 20 people. So Germany has realized that you have Dublin, you have seek asylum already in Greece. Germany will ask you to leave immediately. They give you sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes even 1 week. If they get angry, they give you even 1 week. They ask you to leave, and when you do not leave, what they do is they come during 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. They just pick you and send you back to Greece. The good thing is they're not sending you back to your country, because you probably have problems. You run away from your country, because they're sending you back but to Greece, because you already seek asylum in Greece. Okay, so they are sending, even if you did not seek asylum in Greece. Let's say you came through Greece, but you did not seek asylum in Greece. The only reason why Germany will not send you back is if you have stayed in Germany for more than 9 months, 6 months, even 6 months. If you've been in Germany for up to 6 months, Germany will not send you back to Greece. Germany will take total responsibility. That's how it works. But if you have already lived in Germany and you are not yet up to 6 months, Germany can still decide to send you back, but to Italy or to Greece. Germany is not sending you back to Cameroon. No, they cannot send you back to Cameroon because you came through Greece or through another country. You see, those Gambians that they used to deport is because when they execute or they do a public nuisance disorder, it's because they have been here for up to 2-3 years or even 5 years even, and you see them smoking shit on the street. And when Germany wants to deport them now, because Germany has full authority now over them, so Germany can deport them as the one because they have already been here. They have stayed in Germany for more than 6 months, and you commit a public nuisance and they jail you first time, second time, the third time they are taking you back home. So that's how it works. These are the 3 things you must not do in order not to be deported. The thing is, some people used to have their documents in other countries, like I told you in the last video. Some people have their documents like in Greece, Italy already, and when they come to Germany and seek asylum, even if Germany deports them back to their country, the next flight that is coming back to Europe, they are taking it. That's how they used to do, because when they seek asylum, they did not tell Germany that they have any document, and Germany maybe send letter to Greece and Greece didn't mention their name, so they just hide their documents, and when they send them back to their countries, Germany, they just take the next available flight that is coming to any part of Europe, and they just come to Europe. And also, I will tell you this, please, this is just a solution, a tip for you guys who do not understand how things are working or how these things work. If Germany asks you to leave and you are due, you don't have time anymore, please leave. Europe has a lot of countries, 28 Schengen countries, including Croatia now just entered. You can leave, go to France, go to Holland, go to Belgium, go to Spain. Those are beautiful countries. You can go to Swiss. Swiss is difficult to start a process. Even France is also very difficult as a refugee. But I will explain to you, for people who want to go to France, or people who are living in France and they don't understand. I will explain to you about France, the procedure of asylum in France. It's very complicated there, but I will explain to you the way you can do, tips you can do to gain asylum in France. So just calm down, guys. So these are just the tips. See you guys in the next video. I'm gonna leave you now, do the next video. So for those who have not subscribed, please try to subscribe. And thank you very much.